to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Popular opinion number 9,999 from a black man. The reason why a lot of women are single is not because of the men, but it's because of the women and other women who associate with said women. Because realistically, amongst you, you have friends that are jealous and envious of the fact that a man, in a sense, came in between your friendship and, in a sense, took your friend away. And now your friend or friends want your relationship in ruins so that you guys can be friends yet again, so that you guys can be together yet again, so that you guys can share happiness once again.
Territorial jealousy, like
Oh
you're
my God, I used to
mine.
get that. So, but I think I kind of still get it now though.
Really, do you feel so
Like
sad?
when my friends, like when my best friend first got a man, I was very like, rah, like the first thing I thought about is like, okay, cool. She's kind of getting taken away from me now.
Is
Yeah,
it?
like I definitely, and I used to have it bad when I was younger. I think I've definitely tamed it as I've got older, but I was so messed up. Like I would be like, okay, cool, you can't. I used to be one of those girls. Okay, you can't be friends with that person. If I'm not talking to that person, you
You
can't be with
can't.
that.
Okay.
Like I was very much like controlled all of that.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, so when my best friend got her man, like I would feel a bit like, okay, cool, now she's gonna get taken away from me. And then I feel like, you know, in your head, it kind of clocks on like what priorities are.
Yeah.
Especially then it's like, okay, wow, this man is really here to stay. And then because like she got pregnant and it was like, wow, so that's really your family now.
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
when that's your family now, the dynamic changes because
Yeah.
it's like, of course your child is gonna come first. Of course, now that's not just your man, that's like gonna be your that's actually your person.
Yeah, that's her child and her Gaia, her home.
Yeah,
like,
and then now you've actually got a house together. I think you kind of, in my head, it just kind of feels like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. I did feel a bit some kind of way, but in terms of as well, because it was like, I kind of thought we would always have a baby around the same sort of time as well,
so
kind
you
of
can
like
experience
experience
that
it
together,
together.
yeah.
So and then obviously when she had the baby, and then it was like, I don't really feel like I'm even I understand the conversations that you're talking about because you've got another friend that's had a baby, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't fit in anymore, basically.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe I felt, is that jealous? No, I think, I felt jealous of her man, I would say. I think, and sometimes
Yeah.
I find it hard to like the man because sometimes my jealousy kind of overrides it.
Overrides.
So any little thing, sometimes I'll catch myself thinking, I think I'm actually advising her to leave him because I kind of want her more.
I want all your time.
Yeah, like if she's coming to me and stuff, I'm thinking, yeah, babe, leave him. Yeah, babe. No,
done,
he's
yeah,
not. He's
like-
done. So like, but I think I can check myself and be like,
Yeah,
okay, no, I think
doing
it's.
too
I think
much.
I'm actually being a bit much.
And the craziest thing is, this is a lot of women. Women always want to talk about men and what it is that men do and all this other type of stuff and how men can't keep relationships going and da 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 da. A lot of women can't keep relationships going, and a lot of women can't keep relationships going due to the fact of the women that they associate with. That woman just sat up here, honestly and truthfully, on a podcast with another woman. This is the only rare times, two times that you can actually get a woman to be honest. One is if she's angry and she's just trying to hurt you. And number two, if she's talking to another woman. Other than that, a woman is not going to be honest. This woman just honestly sat here in front of the camera, knowing the fact that millions of people are going to see this. She said that I was jealous of my best friend's husband. Picture that. A woman being jealous of a man because he's with a woman that she knows, that's her friend, that she grew up with. Now, this goes back to all of the things. This is a culmination right now. Because every single time that I've brought up the fact that I don't really believe in a sisterhood, I don't believe in all of this, nonsense that women like to talk because women like to talk like, oh yeah, we support each other. we love each other. We're always there for each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that, yeah, yeah. All that stuff that they like to sit up there and do online, right? Which is a false, which is a fake, which is a front, right? And this further proves that. Because if women actually honestly cared about their sister and actually loved their sister and wanted the best for them, you would not be envious and jealous of the man that is with the woman that you support. And then you got a lot of women out here that want to talk about guys that's on the DL. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like you got a lot of women out here that are on the DL, but they don't know specifically how to state what they are. So this is why you have a lot of women out here who are bi curious. That's why you got a lot of women that has the bi title. It's like, oh well, I'm either or. I like both, and no, that's because you like your best friend or you like your best friends. And this, like, let me put this into another perspective. Let me go a little bit deeper. So there was a time when I had a girlfriend when I was younger, right? I think I was probably about what, maybe like 19, 20, somewhere in that region, right? And she had, a friend, she had, just met. I had met her friend too. She seemed, kind of cool, whatnot, whatever, all the other type of stuff, right? So, then a little bit later, you know, end up finding out that, the friend is bi. All right, cool, whatever, no problem. And then all of a sudden, this person who ain't really been here that long was really having issues with me. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, who are you again? I'm like, where did you, like, you ain't even really been here. And you sitting up here trying to have issues and problems with me as if I'm doing something wrong. Like, it don't even make, and now it makes complete and total sense. That makes complete and total sense because you got a lot of women out here that are jealous and envious of their friends or their best friends, right? Once they get into a great, healthy relationship where they're going to elevate themselves, where they're going to progress, where they finally reach their goal of happiness, right? So now you got these jealous, controlling women who are also bi, who are also on the DL, right? And they're going to try to automatically find a way to get back into that friend's life because they in their minds feels like the friend left them, right? They feel like the friend doesn't want them. Doesn't this sound like somebody that is in a relationship but not in a relationship, and it's like the whole world is telling them that they're not in a relationship, but in their mind they feel that they are in a relationship, and they need the other person to acknowledge that relationship that doesn't exist? That's what that is. That's what this is. It's a crazy, convoluted scenario in a woman's mind, or better yet, in women's minds. This is why a lot of y'all are single. This is why a lot of y'all cannot hold down a relationship. This is why a lot of y'all just be hanging out with women because the women that you're around don't want to see the best for you. Because the moment in time that you actually get a good guy, they're the main ones feeding you. Oh yeah, girl, I think he cheating. I think he on the DL. I think he doing this. He seems a little bit too sweet. He's this. He's that. He's a little bit broke. You can do better. I don't like the cut of his jib. I don't like his moxie. I don't like this. I don't. They're always putting these different words and these different scenarios directly in your mind so that you yourself will have an issue with this guy, even though that you've never had an issue. You've never found a problem. You've never had a situation or anything like that.